So yeah, faster. Like I said, the design is pretty good, and I do kind of like her ice powers because I'm a sucker for ice powers in general. I believe they're right after Shadows and Lightning if I would be ranking them. For me, top 5, it's very interchangeable when it comes to which superpowers are my favorite. So yeah, I really like her, and I do also like the whole idea of a princess actually not being involved with the war at all, to a point they wouldn't even care if the horde that wants to start in conflict even come to the ball. I like it. But the problem with her is that why exactly is she joining the rebellion at the end? Like, I get that she was introduced in the first season and you kinda would like to have it come into play later, but still, throughout the entire episode, I don't even know why would they even want her to be back a part of the rebellion, or why would she even want to be a part of the rebellion? Well, yes, granted, there's a reasonable why she needs to be a part of the rebellion, because she's apparently a very powerful princess and a very powerful kingdom, which we never really see. Like, seriously, the only thing we ever see with these princesses is just how powerful they are, and even that's not incredibly surprising. But yeah. Yeah, I don't even get why did she join them at the end. It'd be much more better if in the start of the second season they would try to convince her and that would be a two-parter, or maybe it would be the second season finale. But but I guess we can be helped. This is one of these bigger story problems that I really wouldn't like to know what were they thinking of. Because the problem is not the fact that she's not white, the problem is the fact that there's no reason why she should work for the rebellion. The next character is Swiftwind. So yeah, Swiftwind was originally just a horse, and then he apparently started talking and then did not show up until the final 2 episodes, which he was annoying. I mean, basically, most of the things he was basically doing was, I will fight every single horse. The way you treat horses is horrible. How dare you? Blah blah blah. Just basically whatever progressive thing they could speak. Seriously, he's annoying, if anything else. Like, I've watched some episodes of She-Ra, the Princess of Power, and all of those episodes, Wing still have respect and, everything he would need. But in this version, he's just, horses should not be the way they are. I guess they decided to, instead of having the horde soldiers act like how Nazis are supposed to act, they're just going to have slavery of horses. Like, I don't even get it. Was it really necessary? I mean, I know making an army like to remind people of Nazis is horrible and all that, but if you're going to have progressive things and have slavery as the topic, it's just weird. Yeah, nothing else really to talk about Swiftwind. So yeah, Shadow Weaver. Now, I really like Shadow Weaver's design. The original one was a little too bland for me, but this design is what I'm talking about. I also like how she looks under the mask, because in the original one there was no real reason to keep it hidden, but in this one they actually do make it a very freakish face, even if you do just see the eye and a little bit of the skin. I really do like her. I also like how she's obsessed with Adora, but sometimes she's obsessed with Adora a little too much. I mean, for example, Lord Hordak told you to stop looking for her, and you don't obey him, and then after the Catra gives you basically everything you want, she gives you a credit from Hordak by making a plan, Granted, the plan later backfired on you because Hordak explained that if he actually was completely aware, he would never have agreed to it. Then she also is the reason why Adora was captured and giving you the capability of having her back on the side. And yet you're going to not give Catra a reward, and you're gonna be not going to be praising her at least a little bit. Instead, you're gonna be giving Adora everything just because you prefer her from the beginning and because apparently you... Alright, it's just stupid the way how she was upset, how she viewed Adora. I mean, really, was there seriously no one you could like... I mean, was it really well enough established to a point that we could believe that? Because it felt a bit stupid. Although granted, considering how we see her in combat, it's also stupid. I mean, one punch from Glimmer and she's knocked out. Then in the fight where she loses her magic, is like, it's just a couple of stop motion shadows and then Catra slicing the gem and she's already defeated. I would kind of want a little bit of a more badass fight. Just saying. But yeah. I could almost say that Shadow Weaver is a good design but wasted potential. But who knows, there's some speculation on what she could do later in seasons, and she might actually turn out to be the big bat, which I will personally not really like. But who knows? Right now she's in prison, so we just have to wait to see what's going to happen with her. The next character we will discuss is Hordak. So yeah, for the majority of the season, Hordak just does nothing. Like he just sits on his phone or stands near his phone and just you scoot the pooch here, Shadow Weaver. Gotcha, you're gonna get praised. You're gonna get praised. Like, this is all what he does for the majority of the season. Which is very disappointing because I prefer his design over the original one. Where I like both of their designs, I just prefer this one. Maybe because of he looks like a vampire. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I would kind of wish there would be something more from him. And not just sit on the throne and basically... I feel like when the people who aren't overpraising a show just because of diversity, I wouldn't be surprised if those people, when they saw the episode 12, or was it 11? Well, I think it was episode 12, in which Hordak actually had his imp be a spy and show off. Actually, people were like, what? Wait. Hordak actually did something? He actually isn't just... He actually is doing something, because in the series he just does so little that it's actually kind of upsetting. To the point some people even want to have something like Snoke and Kylo in The Last Jedi, which, oh my god, if anyone that's connected or anyone who's connected to the writers is actually, and you know who's thinking about, maybe we should make Snoke have a repeat of Snoke and Kylo scene with Catra and Hordak. If something like that actually happens, tell to that guy, don't be ridiculous. Do not be ridiculous. Don't even think of that, because no matter how you see it, no matter how you praise it, Last Jedi, it doesn't matter if you don't see it as a failure, which it is. Just saying it out there. It doesn't matter. You can tell that every single person with a brain... No, I think it's a bit insulting because call it every single person with a brain. Just every single person that's, that knows what a great villain is, can agree that what they've done to Snoke in The Last Jedi was a complete and utter failure. So if they actually do that to Hordak, I think we can all agree it's going to be even making this show even worse than it already is. I mean, whenever you go, I mean, even the idea of having something like that, like, let's make one of the main antagonists this supremely powerful being that's intimidating, even just from sitting on his throne, who can do so much if he just sits on his throne, be defeated by being backstabbed by one of his top lieutenants or top soldiers while he's in the height of his power, and victory is nearly in his fingertips. Even though he does practically nothing, we find out nothing about her. We don't even find out what's the limitation of his power, the top of his power, just nothing. Yeah, if it sounds bad, it is bad because, Jesus, this is just a stupid idea. Like, whoever thinks that, get that idea out of your head and think rationally. So yeah, basically this is Hordak, a good design that's completely wasted. The next character is Queen Angela. So that's that bitch's name. So yeah, she's actually one of the more decent characters because the way she acts, it's not too annoying, and she actually does act like how you would expect from a mother to act. Like, she's worried about her daughter. She knows that it's big and they can't just rush in. She's understanding. She's honestly one of the more level-headed and one of the more characters that people would actually like, because she's not overly childless, overly too much. Although I do actually kind of have a bit of a problem with her just being completely like this girl. I never saw her before. She's probably clueless on the whole thing. How she never even showed up before she came here just to help. Although I have no problems with that, it's good that she at least is changed to it and becomes more friendly with her and actually understands. She becomes quite a good friend with her, to the point that she would actually entrust her with rescuing Glimmer. Because, well, think about it. If she leaves, then you have no plan, no strategy, which even she had no plan, no strategy, but still, think about the situation. It's pretty clear. I would wish we would get more of the lore behind the whole thing. Like, maybe she'll actually give a better explanation to what happened in that great fallout between the princesses. Like, maybe they could still have it be dismissive or not trusting Adora, but would be more in the lines of, look, the previous rebellion fell apart and we were actually trusting each other. Now someone that was hurt, I cannot just, don't think I can just trust you, because I trusted people and they left. Which, granted, we find out that it's because she let her husband die, but still. So yeah, I do wish we get more of her and more of a character, and I hope she gives us more of the lore behind why the princesses have fallen apart. So yeah. And now for the final character we're gonna be discussing is Seahawk. And alright, I'll be honest to them, if I haven't watched a review of an episode of the episode 5, I would probably not complain about him that much, but I do need to, because Seahawk in the original show had a pretty good story. Okay. And that is supposed to be, he wanted to be free, but unfortunately he needs to work for the Horde because they kind of have the run around the castle. And they actually had a pretty good idea with what they could have done. They should have done that with this version as well, because it was pretty well done. I will link the video, the one that they reviewed the episode of our YouTube channel called Mute Hunter, and their video, because let's just say their video is much better than mine, and they have a bit more idea than I do. So yeah, they explain it perfectly. But the only thing I can say with Seahawk is that he really feels like they're demasculating him. Like, they have everyone do thing better than he does. Like, they have everyone already know the procedures, and the fact that he's only seems to be there only to give the map, and only there to have a bit of a thing with Mister. Hey, maybe they knew that. I think maybe someone in the writing staff was like, you know what? I think we might be going a bit overboard with these gay relationships. I mean, we are going to have Adora and Catra have a very similar relationship to how a gay couple is. We're going to have Bo's parents be gay. We're gonna have Scorpia have a very in-depth, clear, more of a romantic idea with Catra. How even Catra and Trapta later going to have a lot. And we're going to draw a bunch of background characters being mostly girls together. We're gonna drop a line. Like, I feel like the only reason they even give Seahawk in the show right now is because they were like, I think we do need to show we are going to have straight characters as well. Because outside of that, I don't even know why would they have him in. I mean, that's literally the only reason he even is in the show. Like, he's not there to show off why the Horde is how much control the Horde has, because in the original one he had that, and he doesn't even. I guess you could also say to destroy the ship, but how? That is done in a way that just by putting a ship on fire and sending it in. And he doesn't even need to be there for the full possibility. I mean, you could have easily just have Glimmer grab one of the ships that they apparently had, and they send to the ship, to the main ship. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. I'm pretty sure you could distract them for long enough. So yeah, they kind of wasted his potential. Final verdict. So yeah, overall, the She-Ra and the Princess of Power is not the worst reboot we have gotten, but it's definitely an underwhelming one. Like, there's a bunch of good things, like the good designs. They could flesh out the story a bit more. They can do so much more, and how, considering the fact they only have the rights to She-Ra and no He-Man and the Masters of Universe, they could have made so much more than just this. Right now, we're just going to have this waste of time. I mean, hell, we could have gotten new characters. We could have gotten everything, right? And who knows? We could have got so much more. But for now, we only have this that is like, just look at what race, look at what gender, look at what body type, look at how intimidating she is, look at how many females are in the table to discuss strategies, look at, like, really, was this really necessary? And also, so did they not really even show off how threatening the Horde is even supposed to be? And for someone that likes the villains the most in every type of media, I mean, for God's sakes, the best part about Avatar The Last Airbender movie, let me clarify, movie, was the fact that the Fire Nation soldier wasn't just a complete idiot, and he has actually thought, why is that person hooded? And we can hood him. He was like, alright, I'm taking you to the Prince Zuko needs to see this. Because that team doesn't look normal. But yeah, in this one, they don't even have that. If these Horde soldiers had a scene like that, it would be more like, alright, alright, now think here, la la la. We just move all the way. Like that's how I get from these Horde soldiers. They're basically nothing. I wish the second season will be good and actually deserving of the reputation, because so far it's not good. I mean, still it's better than Most Reborn. The fact that it even has a decent designs, I mean, that's a big step from what we are having. But yeah, I really wished we get something more, because if it's just going to be the same, look at what body type, look at what race we have, look what sexuality we have, look what else look how many we have, look at how many females on the seats of leadership, look at how many confirmed gay characters are. It's not gonna end well. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.